You're not stuck. You're scared to begin. You think you need motivation. You think you need the right moment. But what you really fear is the first step. You can change cities, you can switch jobs. You can cut people off. You can delete photos, quit groups, burn bridges. You can rearrange your entire life like furniture. But the mountain within awaits. Quiet, patient, unmoved, for you to climb it. It doesn't chase you, it doesn't shout. It simply stands, as if it knows you will return. Because deep down, you know it's yours. Your work, your responsibility, your unfinished chapter. You're not stuck. You're avoiding the climb. There is a mountain in every man's life, standing between who he is and who he could be. It doesn't move closer when you're ready. It doesn't shrink when you're tired. You must rise to meet it. You know what you need to do. Not in theory, not in ideas. In your body, you feel it. Sleep earlier, train harder. Stop numbing yourself with dopamine. Have that conversation you've been avoiding. Build the thing you keep thinking about. But thinking is where most men die. Ideas without action rot into regret. The mountain doesn't judge you. It doesn't mock you. It stands like a mirror, showing the gap between your potential and your reality. And that reflection hurts. So you scroll. You fill silence with noise, because silence exposes truth. It reveals that the life you're living is smaller than the one you know you're capable of. Avoidance sedates pain, but it also sedates power. Comfort steals your edge. A man who avoids his mountain grows weaker, even if he doesn't feel it happening. Spirit fades quietly, not in explosions, but in soft, invisible declines. And suddenly, a year is gone. You can't think yourself into discipline. You must act yourself into it. Action, identity. Identity, belief. Belief, discipline. It begins physically, with breath, with effort, with discomfort. Pick up a weight. Run in the rain. Train when you're tired, especially then, because that's where the sword is forged. Not in comfort, in fire. A calm mind grows from a stressed muscle. A grounded man is built through resistance. Every rep says, I show up. Every cold morning says, I don't wait for motivation. Every climb says, I move even when I don't want to. You're not building a body, you're building a man. Strong legs carry heavy lives. A strong back carries responsibility. A strong chest carries purpose. A strong mind emerges when the body has been tested enough times to stop searching for easy. Your body remembers what your mind tries to forget. It holds proof. It carries history. It knows truth. The mountain is climbed alone. No cheering, no applause, no spotlight. Just wind, stone, breath. Just the sound of your own footsteps. The climb isn't glamorous. It looks like repetition, routine, grind. But repetition is not punishment. It's progress in disguise. You won't feel strong on day 1, maybe not on day 20. But one morning you'll notice something shift. Things that once broke you now bend beneath your hand. You move with more certainty. You finish what you start. You stop negotiating with weakness. The voice in your head grows quieter, not because life is easier, but because you are harder to break. Halfway up the mountain, something happens. You stop climbing for results and start climbing because you refuse to go back down. That's where a man is born. You begin to trust yourself, not because you hope, but because you have evidence. Discipline becomes identity. Pain becomes fuel. The climb becomes home. There will be days you want to quit. Expect them. Prepare for them. 4 tools every man needs. 1. The starting ritual. Shoes on, bottle filled. Step outside. Starting becomes automatic. Thinking is the enemy. 2. The minimum standard. On your worst days, 1 set, 10 minutes. Not for progress, for identity. 3. The finish line rule. Never stop at weakness. Stop 1 step after it. Teach your brain, discomfort is not the end. 4. The silent promise. Tell no one. Let results speak. Lions don't announce the hunt. These tools won't make the mountain smaller. They make you bigger. Discipline isn't a task. It is the currency that buys your freedom. Most men chase success hoping it will fill the hole in their chest. But at the summit, you learn something sacred. The goal was never to get there. It was to become someone who could. The summit doesn't change you. The climb does. And up top, there is no crowd, no fireworks, just breath, just cold air and new lungs. You look out, not at how far you climbed, but at how long you ran from yourself before you finally turned around. And there you stand, silent, strong, changed. Not because the mountain moved, but because you did. You descend a different man, quieter, sharper, grounded. A man who trusts himself. In that silence you find peace, the kind that needs no audience. So stop waiting, stop planning, stop promising. Climb. Climb when it's cold. Climb when you're tired. Climb when your mind begs you to quit. Climb especially on the days you feel weakest, because those days change you the most. You don't need motivation. You need a step. 1 step becomes 2. 2 becomes 10. 10 becomes a life. And one day, looking back from a peak you once feared, you'll whisper, it was always just the next step.
If this inspired you, give it a like, subscribe for weekly wisdom, and share your thoughts below to grow the Inner Strength community.